Hey everybody, it's Majin Slayer here, and today I want to go ahead and showcase off to you guys a Dueling book high rated replay. It is going to be featuring Albatar with 1208 rating going up against Kurt Cobain with 1109 rating. And if you guys remember from me covering the DCS tournament top 8 cut, this is the guy who ended up winning the entire tournament with his Fusion Destiny Phantom Knight um, high sold build. So I figured that since this is pretty decent rating right now, into the format last week or so. Hopefully they release a ban list by the time that Master Duel maintenance is over. Maybe the same day of, who knows? But let's go ahead and get into the replay. And remember to go ahead and check out the July_TC Discord server. Really nice place to talk about remote duels, dueling book duels, master duels, or just to come and hang out. We're gonna see Albatar win the RPS right there. We're gonna decide to go first. We got 40 versus 50. Opening hands are gonna be Cyber Emergency, Zeta, Foolish Burial, Meteonis, Drytron, and Delta. So I figured that it'd be decent to like showcase off the Drytron matchup because it's not really a matchup that's very common because it has a really bad matchup versus Sword Soul. I would say even worse than like Phantom Knight does. Um just because like we can at least like play through sometimes a Protos if we have the generic extenders to do so. But with Drytron it's just even worse. But I figured that you always just gotta remember how to play through the Drytron matchup, even though it's not as popular as it was pre-Burst of Destiny. Then we got Pogblade, Droplet, Torn Scales, Kagamuchi Knight, and Wielder. So it opens up one going second card. Probably like one of the best going second cards against Drytron. We're gonna go and start off with Cyber Emergency. Go ahead and add the Alpha. Alpha Tribute Zeta, the standard combo. Go ahead and add the Benton. Zeta Tribute the Benton. Add the Meteonis Drytron. So we're playing 2 Ritual Spell. Okay. Maybe they played 2 Ritual Spell because DD Crow's decently popular in the side deck right now. You see it here and there. So maybe their philosophy is like, the Ritual Spell gets crowed, and like typically most bird players at least main deck 1 crow. So their philosophy is that like, if I only play 1 Ritual Spell and it ends up getting, hit by a Saki one of DD Crow, we'll at least have a backup plan. Go ahead, turn those into the Mu Beta Fafnir. Go ahead, dump the Gamma. Normal summon out Diviner. Send the Arclight. Arclight, go ahead. The Ultimateness. And Ritual Spell, bring out the Benton. Go ahead, add back the Ritual Spell. Gamma, tribute the Benton. Bring out Alpha. Benton effect, go ahead, add the Orange Light. Go ahead, Ritual Spell. Go ahead, bring out the Benton. Go turn the Diviner and the Gamma into the Dragster. Go ahead, Delta, attribute the Benton. Reveal the Ritual Spell. Drawn to an Alpha. Benton effect, go ahead and add the Ava. Ritual Spell. Bring out the Ultimatus. Turn the Alpha into the Linkuribo and go ahead and pass turn. So, normal Drytron combo. This time they had interesting that they decided to make Dragster. I haven't really seen this brought out in Drytron that much, to be honest with you, but it's pretty cool. They're going to top deck into a Torrent Scales. They really could have used like another name right there, so that way they have decent discard fodder with the Torrent Scales. Get another name in rotation in the graveyard. Go ahead. Normal summon out Torrent Scales, reveal the Kagamuchi Knight. Ultimatus, go ahead, attempt to negate that. You can go ahead and use Droplet, sending the Pog Blade and the Torn Scales. Let's negate the Dragster and the Ultimatus. Ava still gets discarded for cost. You're going to go ahead and attempt to use Ava effect here. Go ahead and add the orange light. Add the Herald. So you're going to have to at least play through one Herald of orange light. Negate pretty much a Gamma because it negates and destroys. Go ahead and turn those two into a Shirabini. Go ahead, dump the graph effects. Go ahead, bring out a Seer. Go ahead, turn those into the Rusty Bardiche. Seer, bring back out the Shirabini. Rusty effect. Yep, you're gonna go ahead and ultimateness this. Go ahead, Pog Blade, bring out the Torn Scales. Then Torn Scales Graveyard effect to bring itself out. Torn Scales discard effect. Go ahead, discard the Wielder. Go ahead, dump Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak effect to add the Silent Boots. Turn the boots and the Torn Scales into the Isold. So let's see here. So you're gonna go ahead and add the Ragged Gulfs for follow-up because the add effect of the Isold limits you from what you can do with what you add because you can't normal summon or special summon monsters with that card's name. So we know that from his DCS list that he plays Living Fossil in the DDR. So let's see what he decides to go for here. Probably maybe the DDR if he wants better follow up because then he'll have instant access to like something like Ancient Cloak for his following turn. See what he decides to go for. Okay, so he's just gonna go for the Living Fossil or not. Okay. Go ahead, turn Shirabini and the Isold into the Appaloosa. Go ahead, Living Fossil. Go ahead and bring out the Seer. Turn those two into the Levier. Levier effect to revive out the Ancient Cloak. Turn the Ancient Cloak and the Renaud into the Verte Anaconda. Verte Anaconda effect. Go ahead, dump Fusion Destiny. Dump the bricks. Yep, just gonna go ahead, attack. That's half to the... Or no, that's not half. That's losing attack due to the Phoenix Enforcer. Phoenix Enforcer to pop itself and the Ultimateness. Graveyard effects. Go lose attack directly. Go ahead, Boots, add Pogblade. Okay, then pass his turn. Ends with Gloves for follow-up in hands. On-field negation, so this Pogblade can trade with the Diviner. And then Appaloosa trades really well with Drytron because unless if they happen to like top deck into like a Nova, all these have to be like special summon in defense pretty much if you pay attention to their card text. So it'll be interesting to see. And then also the Diviner also can't beat over the Appaloosa until it reaches 0 attack. So, and then really nice that they left the Seer here as a material for the Levier. So that way, once the Levier potentially gets destroyed or remove out the field, the Seer falls off as an excuse material, and then they can go ahead and recycle back the Shirabini for even for a big link play for his following turn. Oh, I just said it. They top deck into a fucking Nova. Phoenix Enforcer comes back in the standby phase. Go ahead. Alpha. Gonna go ahead add the Draconids. Go ahead normal summon out Diviner and let this go through. Diviner's gonna go ahead and send the Entis. Then Ritual Spell to add itself back. Go ahead and pop the Verte and the Alpha. Since the attack modification was never decreased and it was popped before the attack loss could occur. They don't get to add back the ritual spell. Go ahead, Drytron Nova here. Go ahead, summon out the Zeta. Go ahead, Delta, tribute the Zeta. Reveal the Draconids. Draws into a Mystic Mine. Okay, main decking Mystic Mine. I was just looking at the European deck list actually, and I saw that there happened to be like a Drytron that topped in top 16 or top 32, I want to say. It actually main decked a Mystic Miner too, I have to say, so it's really interesting. Yeah, so they're thinking here they're gonna go and go into battle phase, Diviner, go ahead, attack into the Levier. Go ahead, tribute the Delta for the Link Karibo. Go ahead, Link Karibo, attack into the Appaloosa. Go ahead and activate Mystic Mine there. Go ahead, top decks into the Kagamishinite, pass his turn. Draws into a Fafnir, pass turn. Just gonna go ahead and fast forward the Snake, Fafnir. Okay, so going on play, I guess here. Go ahead, Alpha effects. Go ahead and draw on add the Idleton. And ritual spell to add itself back. Go ahead, Link Karibo, tribute off. Link Karibo, attack into the Appaloosa. So I'm just trying to duck them here until they feel like need to go for game. Go ahead, Alpha, tribute the Idleton. Go ahead and add the Natasha. Go ahead, Delta, tribute. Reveal me on a Drytron, since I didn't know that already. Add the Alpha. Go ahead, ritual spell. Add itself back. Go ahead, turn those into the Beta Fafnir. Ritual spell effect. Bring out the Idleton. Go ahead, Gamma. Go ahead and tribute. Bring back out the Zeta. Okay, so now that they have the same number of monsters now on field, Kukurbay now has the opportunity to go ahead and use the Phoenix Enforcer effects. It's going to go ahead and pop itself and the new Beta Fafnir. So it wants to cut him off from getting any more pluses with the new Beta Fafnir, as it's able to go ahead and use its Xyz materials for a ritual summon. We can go ahead and summon out the Phoenix, discarding the Foolish Burial. We're going to Pogblade, the Nightmare Phoenix. It wants to also cut them off from a draw because it's co-linked to the era that Appaloosa is pointing to. We're going to go ahead, Ritual Spell. Go ahead and bring out the Natasha. Natasha to go ahead and gain life points. Okay, turn the Phoenix and the Natasha into the Nightmare Unicorn. Effect to spin back the set. Go ahead, take control of the Appaloosa. Bring out the Natasha. Natasha, this is not a it's not a soft one, or no, this is not a hard one per turn. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Go ahead, get rid of the Mystic Mine by setting the Fafnir. Natasha effects. Then go ahead and Zeta, tribute the Natasha. Go ahead, banish the Benton. Go ahead, take control of the Levier. Natasha to gain more life points. Go turn those into the Axis Go Talker. Go tribute off for the Link Karibo. I mean, this is just game, isn't it? Oh wait, no wait, sorry. Yeah, he brings back out the Torn Skills of the Pogblade. Yeah, I forgot that fell off. My bad. Go ahead, attack into the Torn Skills. Go ahead, Downward into Zeus. Go activate the Fafnir. Add the Nova. Pass turn. Put the top decks into a dead Fusion Destiny. Oh. You declared the graveyard effect, right? Yeah, because I'm looking at logs just to make sure, because he popped the Mubea Fafnir previously. Yeah, declared Phoenix Enforcer on field effects, then declared graveyard effects. Oof, unfortunately the rabbit hits itself and he has no more legal targets in the deck, so basically just goes minus some card advantage, unfortunately. Now Snake is going to go ahead and hit Kagamuchi Knight, let himself draw into the Rhoda. Go ahead, Rhoda effects. Go ahead, add the Torn Scales. Normal summon out Torn Scales. Effective Zeus, go ahead and board wipe. Doesn't want the Seer to be detached, so that way he won't be able to revive out the Cherubini. Go ahead, Ancient Cloak effects. Damn, my mouse is getting, my hand's just getting tired from clicking on this mouse so much. Go ahead, bring out Torn Scales. Torn Scales effects. Go ahead, discard Fusion Destiny, dump a Wing, switch one out Boots, turn those into a Brick Sword. Go ahead, dash your effect. Go ahead, draw into a Stained Underwear and an Ash Blossom. Go ahead, Break Sword effect, pop itself and the Zeus. Yep, get the Cherubini, go into PK names, they're now level 4. Cherubini effect to mill, go ahead and dump the gloves. They're just going to go ahead and admit defeat right there. So I believe that was second copy of regular gloves. No, wait. Actually, yeah, it got shuffled back with the Nightmare Unicorn, so I was like, is he onto regular gloves now? But no, not really a way to tell right now, considering how it was shuffled back with the Unicorn. But we're gonna move on to game 2 right now. That was a pretty nice game 1, not gonna lie. Kurt Cobain actually made a nice comeback there through getting Mystic Mind and his entire board wiped right there. Gonna go and start off with Nova. Oh yeah, opening hand, sorry. Double Cyber Emergency, Foolish Burial, and Benton. And then we're gonna go ahead and see Family open up with Duel, Ancient Cloak, Psychic Wielder, Deity Crow, and Imperial Order. Interesting that he decided to keep in Imperial Order in the main, but I'm guessing this is a Mystic Mine out though. I believe he mains this in like his DCS list as well, and decided to keep it in because he knows the Drytron player is on Mystic Mine. We're gonna get a Nova, bring out the Alpha. Emergency, go ahead, add the Zeta. We're gonna go ahead and use Droll on Resolution there. Go ahead, Zeta, tribute off the Idaten, bring out the Zeta. Gotta turn those into the Mu Beta Fafnir effect. Dump Ritual Spell. Ritual Spell add itself back. Go ahead, Foolish Burial. Dump the Draconids. Ritual Spell effect. He's gonna go ahead chain DD Crow to that. So deciding to only detach one at this point. So Steve's originally gonna go for the Draconids. Go ahead and Ritual Summon out the Idaten. Go ahead, add back the Ritual Spell, pass turn. So ends on 0 interruptions. He's gonna go and top deck into a Boots. And we'll summon out Ancient Cloaks, which summon out Boots. And yeah, they're just gonna go and admit defeat right there. So we are gonna go ahead and see Kurt Cobain win that with a very solid 2-0. You know, kind of shows that, or pretty much shows that, I should say, rather, that um he knows the right spot on where to hand trap the Drytron deck. You know, um, I think I also heard that when I watched the live stream of him in the getting into like top cut of the DCS tournament, that I don't know if you guys noticed his experience or not, or doesn't show it anymore now that the replay has ended. Apparently, he used to play quite a bit of Dueling Network, and that he was mainly known for playing like the Burning Abyss archetype on rated. So it's kind of cool to see him make the transition to Phantom Knights. I really like the DD crew on the side deck personally because Lancia, well, it is nice. It does conflict quite a bit with the with what your deck kind of likes to do during your opponent's turn. Like if one of your Pog blades fall off, then you get recursion by bringing back out something like a Boots, and then triggering torrent skills. That way you have a rank 3 ready to go once you get to your main phase, possibly. Um, you know, counting that your opponent doesn't interrupt you, but I was am back and forth personally between DD Crow and Gamma in my side deck. I personally used Gamma like before back in July in a case tournament. So it was Jake Quincy's, I think. And then I moved on to like DD Crow from there. But DD Crow's fairly decent 1-for-1, as you can see. Traded fairly well against the against when he was trying to ritual summon out the Draco Nets right there. But that is gonna be it for the replay. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.